Poor Roger, he is in a mess. Will he ever learn to stop following his heart? I'm starting to think that's impossible for him. This is yet another full episode this season where we basically don't see Jamie and Claire. I know we see him in a flashback when she's reading his letter, but seriously, they're not really a part of this episode, and I kind of want them back. Roger is still in captivity and being abused. He makes friends with a native woman who happens to have a white baby. She tries to help him out, but he's still thrown into the hut. But good news, it's not solitary confinement. There's another guy in there, and he speaks English. He also happens to be a priest who's done a no-no. He fell in love with Roger's friend and made that baby. That's not something a priest is supposed to do. But the tribe didn't care. But what they do care about is that he won't baptize the baby. Roger suggests he just bake it. They won't know the difference. But the priest now thinks it'll condemn his child and he won't go through with it. So he's taken out of the hut and he gets tortured. But Roger doesn't just sit there waiting to see what'll happen. He starts digging a hole because he's getting out of there. Marsley and Fergus are trying to come up with a way to get Murtaugh out of prison. Fergus laments that Jamie isn't there to help him. Don't we all? But then Fergus decides to do what Jamie would do. Bust out Murtaugh no matter what. Bree is dealing with her new fiancé/brother's dad, and when he tells her that they've caught Stephen Bonnet, she tells him that she wants to forgive him because that's what her dad told her to do. And she tells him she wants to go see him. Lord John Grey is not happy with this idea, but he goes through with it. Lord John Grey is quickly becoming my favorite, and I just wish he would find love. Bree walks in and confronts Stephen Bonnet, tells him about the baby. He then pulls a giant ruby out of his teeth. I'm not an 18th century dentist, but how did he have it stuck in his mouth like that? Had he put it where a tooth was and replaced it with a ruby? It was bizarre. She walks away, but then finds Lord John Grey in an altercation with the man and realizes it's Fergus and Murtaugh involved in this whole situation. So now Lord John Grey has to decide. Is he going to help Murtaugh escape after he was his prison guard before, or is he going to turn them all in since he works for the government? Lord John Grey is all about doing the thing we want him to do. So yeah, he helps them, and he puts his political clout behind it so everybody gets out safely. Marsley is waiting in the getaway vehicle, and it's a good thing she's ready because they blow up the prison. Yes, Stephen Bonnet is still in there, but right before they cut to the explosion, they show him putting his foot out and getting the keys. So now we don't know, did he get out or did he explode? Roger does escape his bonds as they take his priest friend to be slowly burned to death. More like charred, it's a torture that lasts for days. As he's running through the woods, Roger hears his friend screaming and he tries to convince himself not to help. It's not his problem and he can't change it. But he can't stop himself. He listens to his heart, he does the right thing as usual, and runs back to help his friend. Now at this point, there's nothing he can really do but end the torture. So he just sets him on fire so it's over quickly. And this is the part where I'm a little confused, because the Mohawk tribe stands there just kind of bothered, but not super traumatized by watching this guy scream. Yet when Roger blows him up, everybody looks like they're shocked. They can't believe it. I mean, wasn't that the end result anyway, to kill this guy? His lover is stunned. And this is another part that makes no sense to me. The lover kisses her baby, puts him down, and then just walks into the fire. This was insane to me. If my husband was already dead, I would be very, very sad, but I wouldn't die with him and leave my poor kids alone. Nor would he want me to. Roger's then taken back to the hut. The Mohawk leader does grab the baby, so we know that he is going to be safe. And that's pretty much it. There's only one episode left this season, and we have lots of questions. Will Roger and Bree get back together? Will Jamie and Claire ever be in this show again? Will Lord John Grey ever find love? And where is Willie? These are all the questions I hope get answered next week, but with season 5 already in the works, I'm guessing that's a no.